Podcast. I am your host, Seth Vincent, aka Symbolic, back up in this bitch. So welcome back again to another video podcast. I'm probably going to end up speeding through this video because I actually just recorded a video for this, had someone call in the middle of it, go 30 minutes, still speaking, and not find out that the video stopped, and I put all this emotion in the one video, and it didn't get recorded. So yeah, that's how this podcast is going to start off. So this is, I had a nice little long podcast going, and it got cut off because someone decided to fucking call me, and iPhone likes to cut off, and someone fucking calls you. So that's real fucking nice. Yeah. That's, I'm not too happy about that, but it's got me more pumped up to maybe see if I could put more into the second podcast. So welcome to the second video podcast, episode 7 of Bad Thoughts Podcast. So thank you guys for being back, for another podcast. I mean, it's good to have you back. It's good to be back. Shouts out to you guys for posting, for all the views on the last video. I think it was like 50 views. I could be wrong. I think I'm rounded up, but there's like 50 views on that first video. So thank you guys for that. Thank you again to my guest Tyler. It was good having him as a guest on the podcast. Burping. That was our first video podcast, and having a guest on the first video podcast was a lot of fun. I mean, I got this just joke around to speak with a friend, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was probably my longest podcast, 45 minutes. So we'll see if this goes that long. I don't know. I put a lot of emotion in the other one. I might have lost a lot of that emotion. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I got a couple things that I want to talk about beginning this podcast, and I mean, it's probably some of you guys probably don't give a shit about what I'm going to speak about at this moment. Sorry, muffled my voice there. But there's a couple I'm going to do a release on the net, or an unboxing on the next podcast, because I just ordered a pair of shoes off of StockX today. They're in the process of shipping to StockX, getting legit checked, and I'll legit check them myself too before I take off any tags or anything like that. But they'll probably be here Wednesday next week. I purchased the Yeezy 500 Super Moon Yellows. I think it's Super Moon Yellows that's the name. So I purchased those, and I haven't copped a pair of shoes in a while. It has been a bit. Yeah, and definitely Yeezys. It'll be my third pair of Yeezys. I didn't want to get the 350s again, because the 350, I mean, they're comfortable as shit, but I mean, these are the 500s, and it's the 500s, not the 700 Wave Runners. I haven't gotten those. Those are more expensive. I got these ones. These ones are going really cheap on StockX because they're going under retail. So I had to cop those. So, I mean, since they're going under retail, I mean, might as well fucking buy them. I mean, that's, as a sneakerhead, getting a pair of shoes under retail, I mean, as resale price as well. I mean, it's retail, but it's resale price. So, yeah, whatever. I'm going to unbox those on the next podcast. So stay tuned for the next podcast on that. But speaking about Yeezys and everything, they have a new pair of 350 V2s coming out. They're the Butters, they're called, because they're creamy, buttery looking, and they have like a light gum bottom on the shoe. They look okay, but I'm probably not gonna cop them depending on price and stuff like that, and depending on hype. I mean, I'm a hype beast when it comes to shoes. So I mean, if they're not hype enough. They're not hype enough to me. They're not enough wearing and watching people break their necks while wearing the shoes, because I love that fucking shit. Like, shoes that people don't have but I have is the fucking best, and that's why I really love sneakers. I mean, a lot of sneakerheads are like that. You got the shoe that no one else has, and that's the best shit to have. I mean, that's the best shit to do. So Okay, but and on to the next thing about sneakers though. I just to make sure that you guys know this, because this is a shoe that no one really has. This is a very limited shoe. It's a $15,000 shoe, but it's actually going up for auction again on Omaze.com. You have to purchase a $10 donation though, or put a $10 donation in for the raffle for these shoes. So it's the Air Jordan 4 Eminem Carhartt collaboration. Yeah, that's I mean, that's not it's a great fucking looking shoe, but I don't think I'm gonna purchase it. Purchase the donation. I mean, because it's like gambling. I'm not gonna go gamble if I'm not promised this fucking shoe, and I mean, if yeah, I'm not gonna put in the donation if I'm not gonna get it. So, I mean, if you guys want to go on, it's omaze.com. I don't know if that's like slash Eminem or something like that. You just pop it in the Google, look for Eminem Carhartt raffle Omaze and stuff like that. So you could probably pull it up that way. But to steer clear away from shoes, starting off this podcast where most of you guys probably already fucking hit that X button. So it's up to you. I'm gonna get into a couple controversial things that that are coming up next here in the in next thing I'm gonna talk about. But I want to speak about next because my Tyler didn't know anything about this guy. So speaking about him and what's going on with him, I mean, he coming to Chicago and stuff like that. If you guys don't know Tekashi 6ix9ine, he's that weird rainbow-haired fucking rapper that I think he's from New York. Yeah. I think he's from New York. Hey, if I look like I'm sweating too right now, it's because I have the air off because it's loud as shit and I don't want it echoing through the video. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot in here. It wouldn't be that hot if I got my video done the first time. But shouts out to the person who called me. Yeah. Call me in the middle of the fucking video and fucking piss me off. If I have to do that again, this podcast is gonna it's gonna delay another couple days because I'm not gonna record it 3 times in a row trying to speak about this stuff. I'm trying to get to 10 minutes right now, just speaking right now, just to keep stuff going. But Tekashi 6ix9ine, if you guys didn't see, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I think it was 2 weeks ago, something like that. A week or 2 weeks ago, he flew out to Chicago. He's been like beefing with Chief Keef a lot lately, and I mean, fuck Chief Keef in general. I'm not a Chief Keef fan at all. He's from Chicago, but it doesn't like I root for all Illinois people, Illinois rappers. I mean, Kanye West is Illinois, and look where Kanye West has been going. So shouts out to his shoes and his sneakers, but man, he has not been up on the rap game. I haven't even listened to his new album, so fucking deep throating the mic over here. Yeah, so I mean, I just don't know where Kanye West has been, so I'm not even gonna talk about Kanye. But Chicago people, and Tekashi came out to Chicago. Yeah, he came out to Chicago, and was like out in O Block, which is like 64th and Normal. They call it 64th and Lamron out in Chicago. And he went out there for like put up a videos like, oh, where you Chicago homies at and stuff like that. And God, you guys are catching me I don't even know the video that well, so I'm trying to like remember what he said. But he basically is like, where you guys at? It's 10 o'clock at night, no one's out here and stuff like that. Losing my train of thought. Yeah, and so he and then he was like out in Chicago and he did that. But and then he flew. He like trolled Chief Keef even more, and flew one of his. If you guys don't know this at all, Chief Keef has like 12 kids, I guess. I just found that out, and he posted that on his Instagram. I had Oh my God, I had to comment on it. I was like, bro, have you ever heard of condoms? Like, come on. Oh my God, I am never having kids. I know for a fact I'm never getting married. I know for a fact I'm probably never gonna be with a girl anytime soon. Oh God, that just sounds terrible. Yeah. Probably not though, because this shit. I mean, these girls whack out here. So that, God, already speaking bad about good women. Emotions are getting too into this stuff. So guys, I'm sorry for sounding stupid and stuff like that. But I mean, Chief Keef, come on, like wear a condom with these 12 kids. God damn. Um, avoiding that. Moving on from that. But he flew one of Chief Keef's baby mamas to New York and like made a video with her and stuff like that. And they went into the Gucci store and supposedly he spent $75,000 on Gucci products, which I wouldn't have done that, woman. Like, come on, $75,000. I would have been just like, give me $75,000. Like, I put that in my bank and I can spend it on little stuff for my kid and stuff like that and housing. But $75,000 in Gucci products is not gonna get you anywhere. I have a like 300, I think after taxes like $375. A $375 Gucci belt, which is probably my, like, I had other designer belts, but I've given away to friends, and I only have the one Gucci belt anymore now. So I mean, that's the one. It's Gucci's a waste of time. The designer shit. So I mean, you can buy it, you don't buy it. I mean, I'll buy some of it, so maybe. But the $75K in Gucci, like, she does not need that much. But that's how he trolled Chief Keef's baby mama, and I don't know why. I still don't know why $75K in Gucci. That's an astounding amount of money to me. A couple thousand is an astounding amount of money to me. So yeah, he flew her out there and stuff like that, and then he like posted a video like making out with her or something. I don't know. But he actually got exposed. And who to expose Tekashi was the security guard at the O Block that was there on the night that he was there. I mean, with in the security box. He posted the video once Tekashi rolled up and filmed the video. And it's fucking hilarious because, I mean, when the video, Tekashi comes out and he's like, oh man, I'm out here. It's 10 o'clock at night. No one out here. But people were suspicious because they heard birds chirping in the video, and no one. I mean, I don't know where you're from, Tekashi, but birds don't chirp at 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, I don't think if you didn't know that, then like you dumb. But the video, he posted, the security guard that was on duty posted the video of it, and the time stamped to like 3:46 in the morning, and it shows the video of him he gets out of the Chevy Tahoe that he came in with security and stuff like that, but security's like still in the truck. And they immediately like starts filming the Instagram video that, oh, he's out here but no one out there and everything. And they get done with it and they get right back into the Chevy Tahoe, and it's not even a minute long that he was out there. He was out there probably 45 seconds and then got back in the Chevy Tahoe and drove away. He probably drove right to the fucking airport. Actually, no, I know the next day he did do like, I think he bought like food for the homeless and stuff like that, trying to like still troll Chicago and stuff like that. But he also he had a police escort and everything too, which was weird. I don't know. Oh, it was because Rahm Emanuel brother, who's Ari Emanuel of one of is the biggest celebrity firms out there and stuff like that. He has, I think Tekashi has him hired, he was able to get his brother, the governor, is it the governor, former governor, Ari Emanuel, or no, Rahm Emanuel, I don't know, but able to get a police escort and everything going for him. So that's, I mean, Tekashi, you got exposed on it. You can't try to come out here and expose Chicago. You're gonna end up getting shot, man. Like, don't mess with Chicago. Pretty much. I'm not from Chicago. I'm not gonna speak for Chicago, but I mean, I'm afraid to go out to Chicago. So don't mess with Chicago, man. Oh my God. Okay. I wanted to speak about. Okay, we got a couple things that the last few things that I want to speak about. One, this thing gets me so angry. It's political, of course. I keep saying a lot. I'm sorry, guys, if you get annoyed by me saying but that's how I move on to my next sentence. Moving on to this immigration separation of kids that, I mean, I got in people getting arguments here and there, and the whole country is upset. I mean, Trump's gonna be doing a full U-turn on it, and gonna be taking that separation thing off of parents, and they're gonna be able to stay with their kids and everything. But if you guys see that fucking video, pictures of the where they're holding the kids at, like, they're all separated from the parents. There's no promise that they're ever going to see their parents again. There's stories of immigrants that are actually, I mean, yeah, I understand that this has been going on since the 90s and stuff like that. Yeah, it's no fucking brand new news, but it's just in light now because it's just happening more now. They have more camps like this, and there are more different stuff, and it's more in light. And if you Trump supporters are watching this video and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, this has been happening, like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, some people don't know this shit, and it just comes to light and disgusts them now, and they want to take action on it. So, you know what, go fuck yourself if you're mad that people want to actually take action on this shit, because it's inhumane. I'm getting so fucking sick and tired of the country, people confusing mismatching patriotism, or no, not mismatching, putting patriotism over being a sensible human being. Like, it's not hard to help out another person. It doesn't matter their skin color or their any race or how they speak and stuff like that. They're another human being with the same bodily organs and skull and bones and bone marrow and veins and nerve tendons. I mean, they're the same fucking person, just a different mind as you, but have a lot more struggles than us. I mean, we got a lot of white rich people in this world, in this America, that are, I mean, you Trump supporters pretty much. And I know there's black Trump supporters, Mexican Trump supporters. I understand all this shit. Don't act like I don't know what I'm talking about. I read up on this shit. I have knowledge on this stuff that I'm talking about. And you can argue with me all you want. This is a very inhumane thing going on in the U.S. And yeah, I don't really want to speak too much on this because it's way too political. I'm already getting into my emotions about it. But it's sad. It's sad to think all the racist shit, because I'm going to expose myself, man. I hate myself most of the time, because if you guys don't know, like, I mean, I'm not the nicest person in this world. I've been racist like a couple years ago. Not a couple years, maybe 3-4 years ago, a little bit more. I mean, I've been racist. I hate myself for the stuff that I've done. I completely despise myself for the shit that I've done in this world, and bad things that I've said to people, and yeah, like I called a black person on Facebook the most cowardly fucking thing I can ever do over Facebook. I mean, I love Facebook arguing. It's still cowardly, but I called a black person an N-word over Facebook like a few years ago. And I completely hate myself for that shit. Like, how can I, Seth Vincent, be nice to other? I mean, I'm so with black culture and trying not to be racist nowadays. And I mean, it's not hard to not be racist. It's easy to just not be racist. It's like, put all that stupid shit aside and try to be a sensible human being, and put your perspective in the perspective in other people's shoes and what they're going through. It's not that fucking hard. It really isn't. I understand people come up from other I'm pointing out white people. It's white people. I hate my fucking skin. But the shit that us white people have done. I despise being a white person because of the shit that we have done and the shit that I've done. I mean, I hate it. And I don't ever want to be like that again. I'm exposing myself before this stuff ever comes out. People already know about this shit, but some people don't know about it. If you don't know that I've said the N-word to a black person, you know now. And you can hate me for it all you want. I deserve the hate. Bring the hate toward me. I hate myself for it too. I should have never acted like that. And I've made mistakes and I want to make up for it, but I deserve that pain. And just watching all this shit go down with other races not being allowed in our country and then white supremacist stuff going on in this country, it's like I don't want to be a part of this white race anymore. I don't want to even be Caucasian. I don't want to be known as a white person. I take over. I mean, you can hit me with cultural appropriation. I mean, I wear my hat backwards. I have sneakers. I rap. I love rap music and stuff like that. I mean, I like rap music. You can call me a cultural appropriation white person too. But I mean, if you want to go ahead and call me that, call me that. I'm getting so off topic with the immigration camps and everything, but this all is leading into this big thing. And it's sad. Like, you can hate me for the shit that I've done, and because we deserve it. We pretty much deserve this shit, and it's okay. It's okay. I have made mistakes. Hate me for it. I deserve to get the hate for it because you can tell that I'm trying to learn and move on from it. I mean, and be a better person, because that shit has happened and it deserves to come to light. I'll never get famous off of being a podcaster. I'm just using this platform to speak on things that deserve to be spoken about. And, you know, I'm just going to move away from this topic because I'm going so off topic with the immigration camps, separating kids, to my own struggles with my own racism that I've committed. So I have two other things that I want to talk about that are hard to talk about, but they need to be talking about. I'm going to start it off with, last year. It's this whole subject that I'm going to talk about right now is suicide, but it's not just suicide in general. It's just a very big trend among celebrities that have been passing away. Just like the four that I know right now. There's other people that have committed suicide, celebrities, but it's been a big trend. Like, you have Linkin Park's Chester, Chris Cornell from Soundgarden and Audio Slave. You have like I talked about a couple podcasts ago, the Kate Spade, who is that designer that most of us don't know. I didn't know who she was, but I found out that she was David Spade's. I'm over here deep throating the mic. She was David Spade's sister-in-law, and then I was so devastated by this one as well. My favorite cook and chef, Anthony Bourdain from the Travel Channel. He committed suicide, and he's like was best friends now, past tense. Was best friends with Joe Rogan. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and it's just kind of like hard to talk about. I mean, I want to talk about because I already spoke about this. I mean, remember this, people. I just made a video of this, and this is my second time making this video, trying to talk about this stuff, and I have more emotion. I kind of feel emotionless because I already talked about it. It's still sad. It is still sad. I'm still kind of holding back stuff, but it's just a trend between celebrities and everything, and I don't understand what we were talking about in a podcast, a couple podcasts ago and everything, just like how I talked about Kate Spade and everything, how happiness, all money doesn't buy happiness with celebs and everything. Celebrities know that and everything, and I know that too. But I mean, technically, money does buy happiness. But like I said, money buys certain happinesses, like objects, like I bought this Yeezy Busta mask, I bought this mics, I mean, this podcast makes me happy. This is buying happiness. This laptop, I mean, my jewelry, my watches, this stuff does buy my happiness, but it's that emotional happiness that you can't obtain. Love, loneliness, getting rid of loneliness, people by your side. I mean, that's a lot of when it comes to depression and stuff like that money can't buy is happiness, love, people by your side. That's pretty much, that's all that I know that you couldn't buy and everything. So, it's just a hard thing to speak about. And I mean, it kind of goes into what my next thing that I want to speak about, because these are two hard things to speak about. You got suicide, and then you got this next thing that I want to talk about, which a lot of people probably put a lot of flack on this person. I've got a lot of people that have love for this guy too. I wasn't the biggest fan, but RIP to, he passed away just the other day on Monday, to a shooting out in Deerfield, Florida. Rest in peace, XXX Tentacion. This is hard, man. It's just another rapper. He's 20 fucking years old. Do you understand that? He's a kid, man. I'm 3 years older than him. That's like me getting shot. Like, that's what if I went right now? I mean, he didn't shoot himself, but I mean, I got shot. That's a bad comparison. But the man was gunned down in his BMW i8. I mean, he had so much. It's so hard to speak about because I've already spoken about it in the last video, and I'm trying to repeat with as much emotion that I can that I had for it. It's hard. It's hard to speak about this because I actually argued with a couple people the other day when he passed away, and it's mostly women because yes, XXX Tentacion did have a pending case with his ex-girlfriend of assault, and yeah, he did beat on her and everything. He was dealing with that, but the man was changing. He was growing up. He was making mistakes. This is I understand people want to compare people, but I mean there's other great black leaders back in the day that have criminal cases against them, but they have grown and learned and matured, and their mind has grown to a just greater extent that you can't even fathom. And XXX Tentacion was an innovator. He had his own kind of music. I know it was raw. It was deep. He talked about depression, anxiety, isolation, loneliness. I mean, isolation and loneliness is pretty much the same thing. His isolation when he was in jail, his loneliness altogether, his numbness, his lack of love. He understood these things and he spoke about them. And I understand that most of you women don't like him. And if you don't like him, then fuck off. I don't like you. That's not a good thing to say. I don't mean to say fuck off. That's my emotions getting into it. But my opinion on X is that, I mean, the dude was 20 years old. If you don't understand that he's a 20-year-old with lots to learn, and he can mature, and he was clearly showing that. He's been out of the spotlight for a while, and he's been doing his own thing and trying and helping out his community. And the man was 20 fucking years old. And he was gunned down. That's like me getting gunned down, dude. I'm nowhere anywhere like him, but that's like, I'm just being that age and being gunned down is just sad. And he knew that shit was gonna happen. He talked about that like a month ago on Facebook Live or Instagram Live. He knew, like, he said, like, Like, if I die a fucking tragic death, I hope my um my ways and what I've spoken about has touched at least 5 million kids. And he did. I mean, he touched a lot of people. And just speaking about like his death, and then me speaking about suicide, I mean, a lot of people got their own demons. Like, understand that. Like, I've got my own demons. Like, a lot of you people know this shit, and I don't speak about it. And it's hard for me to speak about it because, I mean, yes, I hate myself. I hate myself a lot, and you guys may have a problem with that. A lot of people don't like themselves. Don't like what they look like. Don't like how they act. I don't like what I've done. I don't like how I have acted. I don't like what I look like sometimes, honestly. But the things that I've done is what really puts hatred. And then I've got voices inside of my head that are nice voices, downing voices, demon voices, angry voices. I've got angry Seth in my head and demon Seth inside of my head a lot, putting myself down. Like, if I don't even hit on women anymore because of rejection. And it's not just like I can't take rejection. I've been rejected a lot of time, but it's like why even try? And that's my demon voice is like, oh, nice Seth in my head going, oh, she's beautiful, go say hi to her or something like that. But you got demon voice inside of my head saying, don't even fucking try. Why would she waste your time? Why would she waste her time on you? You're a nobody, kind of shit. And that shit's inside of our head, and it just, we're depressed. A lot of people don't want to talk about this shit, and I don't like to talk about it either. But you people are loved, like you are. Like, you have people that love you. I have people that love me. You have people that love you. I have people who don't know me that well that love me, and I don't understand it. I'm assholes to these people, and I feel like all I do is want stuff from these people to obtain, and I don't love them enough. And I feel like people do that with me, and I don't know how to move on from this shit. And I just want you people to know that, like people committing suicide, if you need to reach out to someone, reach out to someone. I know how fucking tough it is. I know. I don't want to talk to anybody. No one can tell me what I can and get help or can do, because it's my fucking choice, and I can do it myself. And I'll find my own way to get better. I mean, I'll still hate myself at the times and think about death and stuff like that. I understand that this shit, it's on people's head all the time. But you got to keep moving. You got to keep walking. You got to keep doing something. It's been taking me a while to just find anything on a little platform to get, because I love my voice. In a way, I like to hear myself talk. And this podcast is like a platform. I want to put my voice. All I've ever wanted is put my voice out there, and people have always shut down my voice. I'm just this little Seth Vincent who can't doesn't really know much or anything like that, and he's just sitting over there, and yeah, Seth, you're just this nice little kid over there. But I've got a voice that wants to be heard. And you guys have got a voice that wants to be heard too, and you're loved. And we're here for you. You need to find something to do. You guys can do anything. In the words of XXX Tentacion, you can be here right now. You can do this shit. You go out and get your fucking dreams and obtain what you want. And I don't want to put too much emotion into it. I just want you to guys know that people feel the same way that you feel inside of your head. And it's just like saying, like, I hate when people tell me that they know what you're going through, because people don't know what you're going through. They've gone through their own shit, but it's not the same as other people. But there is an understanding of what's going on in your head. It's there, and I kind of understand it a little bit. I probably don't understand what you're going through, but I understand it. And I mean, if you need to reach out to me, reach out to me over Instagram at vinceth101. I'm not just trying to plug my stuff here. If you need to reach out to me, reach out to me. The podcast email, if you want to ask me a question anonymously and you want to get my opinion on the podcast, to have your voice heard in some kind of way, reach out to me through the Bad Luck badluckcc@gmail.com podcast email. Just email me there if you want to. And I want you guys to know that we're here for you. People think like you. I'm having too much rush through my head right now trying to get like a good voice out there for you guys. I'm probably going to be ending this podcast here in a second. Have fun. Remember to put more emotion into it. It's that have fun. Love yourself. Don't let anyone tell you what the fuck you can do. Not even your mom, your dad, or your brother, your sister, or your friends. Like, do what you want to do. And I'll do what I want to do as well. You guys have fun. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy your weekend coming up here. Laugh. Go kiss that girl you want to be kissing. Maybe I'll reach out to the girl that I wouldn't want to reach out to. Damn. I don't know. You guys got me inspired a little bit. But you guys have fun. Come back for another podcast. We're here. Bad luck. Bad thoughts. We're out. Peace out, everybody.